An elderly man has died after being hit by a car at Evans Head this morning. Police say the accident happened right in front of a group of school children who were waiting for the bus.
A morning walk turned to tragedy in Evans Head this morning. A 76-year-old man hit by a car while trying to cross a quiet suburban street.
Ambulance arrived quickly on the scene along with police, and they conducted CPR, but unfortunately the elderly gentleman passed away on scene.
Terrible, shocking for a little place like this.
People don't seem to go too fast around here. I didn't even hear a scream of brakes or anything.
Police say the 46-year-old female driver had just travelled through Woodburn Street and into Wattle when she collided with the man. The whole incident witnessed by several people, including children waiting for the school bus. Police will now interview the driver and witnesses to piece together exactly what happened this morning, but officers don't believe speed was a factor. The female driver has undergone mandatory blood and urine tests. Police say the community is in shock.
All the residents do know each other, and it is just a terrible situation that the local community will work through.
Annalise Rosendahl, NBN News.
Police are investigating an alleged cannabis drink spiking incident at Richmond River High School this morning. Officers were called to the school at around 11 o'clock after reports a student had put cannabis in another student's milk. The children's parents have been notified. It's not clear what action will be taken at this stage.
3 people facing trial over the kidnapping and bashing of a Byron Bay man in 2010 have been acquitted of all charges in Lismore District Court. The jury took 7 hours to deliver its verdict.
Benjamin Morris Atkins, Angus MacDonald and Helen May Walsh all walked free this afternoon. After a 17-day trial at Lismore District Court, the trio were found not guilty of kidnapping 50-year-old Nathan Miller and causing grievous bodily harm. The prosecution had alleged the accused enticed Mr Miller to a Bangalow Road unit on July 2nd, 2010, where it was claimed he was detained for 4 hours and bashed, resulting in a spinal fracture and broken limbs. It was then alleged he was dumped on a Beach Drive nature strip. The jury sided with the defence, who argued Nathan Miller pulled out a knife and stabbed Mr Atkins in the arm after an argument about a backpacker's car. Mr Atkins then punched Mr Miller 3 times in self-defence and put him in the unit bathroom to clean himself up. The defence argued Mr Miller jumped out of the first-floor bathroom window, with the fall causing his injuries. Mr MacDonald and Miss Walsh's defence provided a successful alibi, the trio exchanging hugs after the jury delivered their verdicts.
I'm happy with the result today. It was the right decision, and I'm just grateful to be vindicated finally after 2 years of a continuous struggle.
Annalise Rosendahl, NBN News.
Over the past 48 hours, Tamworth has experienced a spike in crime. More than 20 break-ins have been reported, among those 4 businesses in the CBD. Last night, a house on Cypress Street was set upon by thieves who then stole the resident's car. This morning, it was found on fire in Northcote Close. 15 vehicles have been reported stolen since Friday.
I believe that there is a group of young people, mainly, who are involved in the theft of these motor vehicles, and they're attempting to engage the police in pursuits, which not only provides danger to themselves but other members of the community.
It was raincoats all round at Port Macquarie's annual swap meet on the weekend, but that didn't stop dedicated collectors from flocking to the town's racecourse to see what more than 150 exhibitors had on offer. As always, car parts and tools were popular sale items, while model cars and memorabilia also attracted the eye of keen collectors. The swap meet, which has grown to become the biggest of its kind on the Mid-North Coast, is also a fundraiser for the North Coast Cancer Institute.
A Port Macquarie school is doing its bit to encourage the next generation of scientists. The Adventist School staged a science expo today for 125 preschoolers. The idea behind the event is to make the subject fun and interesting and prove that you're never too young to develop a love of science. Throughout the day, students were given hands-on experiences such as a ride in a hovercraft powered by a leaf blower motor. Another group of children will get the chance to immerse themselves in science when the expo continues tomorrow.
Students from 45 schools across the state have been given a helping hand ahead of this year's HSC. 3 days of exam preparation workshops and activities started in Armidale today.
In the last few months of preparation before the HSC, every study session counts, and this week over 800 students are gathering in Armidale to gain as much insight into their final exams as possible.
We like to think it's a more community engagement event. We like to help out our role as a university is to make sure that we can keep getting kids into science careers and science degrees.
The Booster Days take a hands-on approach to preparation and review a wide variety of subjects, including science, maths, business and law.
Schools that don't have big lab facilities perhaps don't have teachers that are specifically trained in those areas as well. They get the opportunity to come on and speak to experts in the field.
Ms Cosby says it also encourages students to come to the New England to further their studies.
They might have a perception that it's not where they'd like to be, and they come here, they meet the people, they see the facilities, so we definitely feel that students coming on campus here are more likely to come and study at UNE.
And as far as these students are concerned, it's a trip worthwhile.
I just thought it was a really good opportunity to see the university, see what it's like to do stuff in the university labs as opposed to like a high school lab.
Just basically to get like a solid revision coming up to the HSC and just see where I'm at and get a bit extra information.
Vivian von Drainen, NBN News.